Hello, welcome. Come on through. I hope you found the way okay. This is my apartment for the day. It's a great view here in Melbourne. And you just caught me in the middle of my makeup. But welcome to the Bigger Sister channel, where sex workers share their skills with other sex workers. My name is Estelle Lucas, and I will be covering the topic of financial literacy and security for sex workers. But before I get into that, I wanted to introduce myself and who I am as a person and like my relationship with money, so you can understand where I'm coming from. Where should we begin? Mascara, and maybe when I was 18. So when I was 18, I started in the sex industry, and it was because I was poor. It's as simple as that. Doesn't really get any more complicated. But if you haven't been poor before, it's really hard. And not only that, but I was working every hour that I could. I was studying full time, and I was disabled, and I still wasn't getting enough money. And I knew that my days were numbered. But I didn't have an out. I didn't have options. I come from a family of migrants. I had a scholarship to uni, and even that wasn't enough. So like, what could I do? Well, I decided to go into the sex industry. And that actually did fix a lot of my problems. I experienced financial wellness for the first time in my life. And what that means is I could pay for my expenses. It meant I didn't have to access debt, which was a great source of trauma for me as well, considering the circumstances in which I was raised. Also, I could look after my family, and we had experienced poverty growing up, and that was so healing for us. It also meant I could give myself treats, which I never had before. I didn't have to count my pennies. I could actually treat myself. I experienced luxury for the first time, and I traveled the world. I went everywhere that I possibly could. I actually got to live a life. I wasn't just working endlessly. And it was good, actually. I was working all the time, and it was like a game. Money was like a game. I couldn't get enough of it, and I kept beating myself at my own game. And just when I thought I couldn't get any more money, I would get more money. I was really good at the job, and I loved it, to be honest. I loved everything about it. I took risks, I'll be honest with you. I took a lot of risks, but it was a good payoff because freedom is priceless. And the alleviation of the financial stress, you can't put a price on that. You really can't. And I thought everything was going great until I hit 24 years old, and then everything changed for me. I've lost someone very important in my life, and what that meant is my perspective around money and finances really changed. I associated safety, security, wellness with money, but money doesn't save the debt. And that, I went away to Guatemala for some time to find security again. When I was in Guatemala, my perspective on life changed, and I realized that what was the point of working, making money, when the people that you loved was trying to buy a house, which is what I was trying to do. What was the point of that if in the end your loved ones die and you don't get to share this, this thing with them? If anything, the money started to represent all the time I have lost, all the time that I probably should have spent with the people that I love. And so money became a source of pain for me. It felt very heavy. And so what I did when I was away in isolation, surrounded by scorpions, is I gave away all my earthly possessions. And that amounted to about $250,000. I had been working really hard, and I just didn't see the point of it. So I got rid of it all. By the time I came back to civilization, I was no longer money driven. I didn't want to make money anymore. I didn't want to win anymore. I didn't feel like I was winning anything. So I turned to my health instead. I was very health driven. But the problem was I wasn't actually healing either. So I was quite disabled. And as I got older, it was becoming more and more difficult to hide my disability. I couldn't, even if I wanted to leave the sex industry at this point, I probably couldn't, because I probably couldn't hold a regular job because I was just too disabled. I would not have been able to live, to be honest with you. And then sex work became, again, another form of financial security that previously I didn't have offered to me. So I was about 30 years old, to be honest, when I finally got medicated for my disability, like well medicated. And then life took another unexpected turn, because suddenly I'm well, right? And I won this thing called the Kenneth Maya Innovation Fellowship. And that gave me opportunity, money, and time to launch the Bigger Sister project, which is supposed to help sex workers be safe at work. So my relationship with money went from like rags to riches to absolutely devastating. And now, once again, I feel like I have a healthier relationship with money. But upon reflection, if I had to do it all again, I don't regret getting rid of my money, but I do regret not putting the systems in place that would have meant that I'm probably retired by now. I didn't have that knowledge. I didn't have the financial literacy. I didn't have the skills. I didn't have the access to put those systems into place. And so I constantly have to keep doing sex work if I want to be financially secure. I don't have a long-term plan. I don't have access to that information. So what this fellowship means, and what the Bigger Sister channel allows, is for me to find out the tools, the products, the services that we need as sex workers to be financially secure. Because I couldn't do this on my own. I really couldn't. Going to every single bank and asking them which one of you is not going to discriminate against me, that's not safe. That's not safe. But I can do it for everyone else. It only takes one. I can review all the products. I can find all the financial tools that we need, which is like a big component of financial wellness. At the rate that I'm going, I'll probably be working for the rest of my life, because I have no plan in place to build financial wealth. It's also why I'm creating this content for everyone to enjoy, so we can all access financial security, financial wellness. When you're a sex worker, your income's sporadic. It's all over the place. So the reason why I think that I'm the perfect candidate for this role, besides the fellowship, just giving me the time and money to do this, is because I'm the layman's case, baby. Usually it's like a boss or an expert who teaches you about a topic. But in my case, I don't know anything about finances. I mean, I can tell you how to do survival sex work. I can tell you how to look $1 million on the cheap, but I can't teach you financial literacy. It was never taught to me. I can't tell you what systems work. I'm disabled. A lot of systems don't work. So if I can figure out this information, because I'm clever enough to do it, and if I can teach it to other people, then I think we're onto something. If I can do it, you can do it. 1 second, I need to find eyebrows. I'm going to do my lipstick last so I don't get it on my teeth, but let's get into my outfit. Maybe you can help me pick. How's that sound? Okay. Help me pick a dress. We've got 2 choices, apparently. Where's the 3rd dress? How do I look? So I'm not done yet. I still have to do my hair and jewelry. But anyways, back to what I was saying. So the fellowship, that was unexpected. I didn't intend to win. I did apply because I wanted to get good at writing grants, but I didn't intend to win, and I did. And again, opportunities opened. Again, money opened opportunities, except this time it helped with the creation of Bigger Sister. And like, I'm financially stable now. I'm good at sex work. But I'm still dependent on sex work. Like, I'm always going to be dependent until I learn how to do long-term financial wealth, which I've just never been interested in learning personally. But the biggest is the channel. It gives me incentive to learn it because I can do that on behalf of everyone. And also on top of that, normally with a subject, you get the person who is like the expert of the field, right? To teach you this thing. But in my situation, or in our situation, I don't think that's going to work. I think there's enough financial literacy out there from big wigs. Now it's time for the dum-dums to shine, people like me, the laymen. But this is my story, and I don't want to be limited to just my experiences, my story, my perspective. I want to know your story, to be honest. I want you to send me a message right after this video and say, Estelle, this is what happened to me when I started sex work. Like, what was your intentions? Did you get what you wanted out of it? How did sex work impact your finances? Did it go according to plan? What are some things that you learned along the way that you would teach? What are some things that you would hope that other people, that other people should know about? And I think that's how we're really going to make this content accessible to everyone, is if we, oh, my earrings, is if we share our stories and our perspectives. And you can be anonymous. You don't have to tell me everything, but just enough for me to go off. So please subscribe, please follow me on this journey of me trying to find my earrings, and this financial economic empowerment journey, if you will, and hopefully we can be financially secure together. But for now, I got to see a client because I don't know how to make money out of money, do I? No, I don't. That's why I'm here. So yeah, I'm going to see my client, and I'll see you for the next one. Thank you.